So today we are planting out our tomatoes. I have planted so much tomatoes. I know you guys have planted up a great deal of tomatoes too. You guys, tomato is just a gardener's staple. It's just like you don't have a tomato in your garden. So I have so many tomatoes, you guys. I'm not gonna make this video super long, but I have right here some pre-sifted soil. Like I always tell you guys, definitely pre-moisten and make sure that you sift that soil. That soil needs to be sifted. You want that soil to be stick-free. Try to avoid as many of them as possible. You might even get some that slip past you, but if you do, just take it out. But definitely sift your soil. I'm telling you that step, please don't miss that step. That step is very crucial to your seed starting success. And as well, making sure that you know how deep to plant your seeds. With what I'm doing, you don't have to worry about that with the tomatoes, that how I'm planting them. You don't have to worry about how deep you plant your seeds because we're not starting from seed. We actually germinated our seeds in the bagging method, which is a guarantee that your seed did definitely germinate because you see it. So right here, I'm going to actually dump this out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and dump that out. You see it's already stuck together. So there's some good pre-moistened soil. But what I'm going to do is reset it for you guys so you guys can see basically how I make sure that I have a firm base. We fill our tray. We're going to fill our trays, you guys. Just fill our trays up, okay? Okay, we got our trays filled. We're just going to give it a slight push. We're not going to compact it. Slight push. Why are we doing that? We want to make sure that we have an established base. When we pop out our seedlings, it's going to pop right out. But if we have it too loose, most likely that soil is going to crumble, and your roots and everything will just, fall apart. And some of it might just break off because still you don't have established base. And as well, we want to push out any of those air pockets. Okay, take away all those air pockets because that would mess with the root system. So we have our base, all right, that we germinate from up under the heat mat. All right, so the first one I ended up picking up was the San Marzano. These San Marzanos have been germinating for a little while, and let me show you how they're turning out. Okay, let's see. I can tell you now they are ready to go. All right, here it goes. These are the San Marzanos. Can you see that? They are germinated. You see that? Right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to prick them out. Where's my little stick? Okay, I'm going to prick them out. So let's see if I can get you guys a little bit closer. So I'm going to prick them out. All right. I'm going to take away as much of this paper towel as possible. Even if you get a little bit of paper towel on your seedling, that's okay. On your germinated seed, that's fine. All right, we have our San Marzano. Right, we're gonna go over to our soil. We're gonna make a nice little round hole. All right, and we're gonna make sure that head is popping out of the soil. Slightly push around your seed start, and we're just gonna keep on going. All right, this one's all right. Let's see. All right, same thing, make a hole. Take your time and be gentle and get your seed babies in. This take out the guesswork on whether or not if your seeds are any good. All right. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Our germinated seed. We'll pop it in there. Make sure that head is sticking out. Okay. Let's see if anyone germinated else. Okay, so this one is taking its time to germinate. Okay, but it's germinated. It's taking its time to come out of its shell. If you see here, it has germinated. See a little white tail there? We're going to stick that in there. We're just going to make a little hole, not deep. And we're going to pop it in that hole. All right, it's gonna find its way out, okay? And that's where that nice, fluffy, sifted soil comes into place. It's not gonna fight to get itself up, and it's not going to fight to get its roots down. So make sure that you do sift that soil. And that was the San Marzano. Tag it. Please make sure you tag it. It'll help you in the long run to know where and what you're planting. All right, on to the next one. Here is the Brandywine. This is the yellow variety. I've never had the yellow one before. I've had the red variety. This yellow one, I'm just curious on how it's going to taste. But it looks like it's going to be a nice sized tomato, and I'm excited about that. Okay, so this is the Brandywine. Let's see how those germinated. Let's see. Ooh, look at that one, y'all. Look at that. Nice and germinated. I'm seeing that it seems as if 2 of them germinated and the other 2 has not. So try not to get no soil onto your napkin. Try to avoid that if you're going to be putting it back to, see there? Here we go. Got to make a nice hole for this one. We're going to pop it in there. Alright. And then cover it. Alright, make sure that head is sticking out. Alright, this one right here is very small like the other one I showed you. I'm trying not to get no soil on this napkin. Okay, so this one is teeny, but it has germinated. So I'm going to pop that one in as well. Alright, make sure the tail is down. And just cover it with a very little bit of soil. All right, and that one was the yellow Brandywine. I'm gonna tag it. All right, I'm gonna slide that one over. I'm gonna put these ones back. All right, and see if those are gonna germinate. So leave in the comments, what varieties of tomatoes are you guys planting? You don't have to plant as many as I have. I just like to have a great deal to choose from. So, but let me know in the comments, you know, what kind of tomatoes are you planting this year? Is there some ones that you're not going to be planting? Any new ones that you guys are trying? All right, so this one right here has been ready to come out of here. Yeah, this one's ready, big time. So this right here is a pink ox heart tomato. Look at that. They just pop their heads up out of the napkin. Look at that. So great germination. I see that one of them is struggling to germinate, but all the rest have germinated, all 4 of them. So what we're gonna do is do the same thing. Make sure that you do this, okay? We're gonna fill our trays with our pre-sifted soil. We're gonna give it a little push down, establishing a firm base. All right, I'm just gonna even it out. Okay, gonna make our holes. These are nice sized plants. Now we are gonna up pot them from these, but we want to make sure that we get them nice and established in a nice home. Okay. All right, so we pull some of this napkin away. All right, I see that. That's okay, we got some paper towel, but that's all right. We'll make a nice hole. So this is a long taproot already. All right, we're gonna close it up around it, just like this. Same thing. So I went to Lowe's the other day and they have these steaks that I was looking at. And I was like, these are some really nice steaks, but you guys, they're expensive now. And you know, I kind of keep myself in a little budget of how much I'm willing to spend. So yeah, I'm just always trying to make sure that I make sense of what I plant and how much I'm willing to spend in the garden without over compensating. You know, I don't have the means like that. Okay, so See, it's paper towels on it. It's gonna grow. It's growing right now. It's growing right now, you know, out of this paper towel. So it's definitely gonna grow up out of this paper towel into the soil, okay? All right, so we're gonna pop that in there. All right, last one, very teeny tiny. Very teeny tiny top, but that's okay, it has germinated. I'm gonna pop that in there. Uh-oh, tail down. We want the root system down. Okay, just slightly covered with some soil. All right, and we're gonna label that. It was a pink ox heart tomato. All right. Yeah, I keep my baggies. I know I keep everything. I do. I try to keep everything, so I don't have to keep redoing so much stuff. Sometimes I try to make sure that I don't overwork myself too much. Okay, so the next one up is the Jubilee. Oh, I love the Jubilee. This is an orange tomato. It is sweet, actually. I was thinking that because it was orange, it was going to have like a little bitter taste to it, but it did not. And it's a really good tomato. All right, so this is the Jubilee. Let's see if this germinated, you guys. Good. I see one, but I can't see the other. I see one. Looks like it's germinated. Alright. Let's see what this one looks like. Alright, this one looks like it's... Alright, this one germinated, but I can tell you now, I did an oopsie. Alright? I did an oopsie, and the oopsie was too much water. So let me give you what happens if you put too much water. Remember I was telling you just missed it in there? I kind of probably went a little heavy-handed on it, and let me show you this. Can you see that? It germinated, but it was too much water, and it looks as if it has rotted. Let me see if you guys can you guys see this? Oh, hold on. Where are you at? Okay. Can you just see that? It looks like it has rotted. Okay, so we're not going to bother with that one. And then this one here has germinated. This one has not rotted yet. So, can you see that? It's still white. So I'm going to pop that one in. And that was the Jubilee. And actually these two seeds have not germinated. Let's see. Alright, these two haven't germinated. But I'm going to pop them into one hole. Okay, these two to see. Matter of fact, I'm even going to pop in the one that is distressed. Okay, as well. It might have a little life in it, okay? So I put all three of them in one little hole, and I'm going to tag that Jubilee. And I'll keep you guys informed on the Jubilee and see what happens. I did that oopsie and put a little bit too much water. Let me show you why. Look at this. You don't ever want your napkin to do this. You want it just damp, okay? Damp, not this, okay? That was my bad. So that was the tomatoes that we're going to plant up in today's video, and I'm going to show you guys the ones that I planted up 2 days ago, and how those are doing. And this is going to happen to these, okay? So these were the last ones that I went ahead and popped in, and these are germinated. And I'm going to show you the ones that we planted in the previous video. All right, so here's the tomatoes in soil. And this is them in 2 days. Within 1 day, these tomatoes have already had stuck up their heads, and the ones that were germinated and small, they're actually starting to pop all the way out of the soil. And that's always amazing to see that your seeds are definitely germinating, and you're going to end up with some beautiful plant starts. And let's go back and head into the last step. Alright, so now we're going to do the last step is to go ahead and water them. We want to settle the soil around them. Ooh, that's too hard. Alright, we're going to settle the soil basically we're going to water them in. That's good. All right. You don't need much to water them in, okay? All right, so now that I have watered them in, I'm going to put them under the grow light, and they're gonna pop up just like the other ones I just showed you guys. And then after they put on their true leaves, I will come back and I will water them with a water soluble to get them fed. And I'm gonna be feeding them a great source of nitrogen just so I can go ahead and get that green growth ready. And then we're gonna lay off. We're gonna lay off on the nitrogen when it is time to. But right now we want them to grow. So great sources of nitrogen to get these babies up and going, okay? So we have our tomatoes planted. I do have a couple more that needs to finish up germinating, and I'll go ahead and jump into those peppers very, very soon. They take a little bit longer and a great deal of heat, okay? So, but we have our tomatoes started, yay. So I hope you guys are planting up your spring gardens. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I do upload a video. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe and share my content. And as well, I always tell you guys, remember, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now.